And welcome into the Ken Nickel Recreation Center for some Thursday night lacrosse before the long weekend commences. It's going to be the visiting Edmonton Warriors and the Beaumont Outlaws. The Warriors coming in at 7-7-1, sitting in second in the North, still trying to track down the Rebels, while the Outlaws coming in at 6-9, third in the North, holding down that final playoff spot, and I believe they've clinched at this point. Starting goaltenders in the Warrior net will be the veteran Tate Pinch, and the Outlaws will be starting Easton Couturier. And the ball's going to be picked up by Flett off the draw on the Warriors, who are going to move from right to left on your screen. Gain possession. Beaumont wearing blue. They'll go from left to right. Wellner Bate swings over to Dickin. Dickin inside of the middle, into the middle, and that was Royer right on top of the net. And Couturier with a big early save here. Loose ball picked up by Wellner Bate, who's maybe been the best Warrior outside of the couple of big guns they have, as that ball gets stopped by Couturier on a chance from the doorstep from Royer as well. As Cook is going to come into the offensive zone and hand off to Tompkins. Tompkins up near the rag line. Swings and gets it into the stick of Grace. Grace back to Tompkins. Ball back over to Maloney. Maloney into the corner with Grace. Grace looks. And he gets checked there by Harris. That part of that big trade that we'll get to a little later between the Warriors and CROW that saw the Warriors give up quite a bit, but it should set them up to be back into contention here as we near the playoffs. Royer into the corner. Vodchuk back up to Dickin. Dickin off the right side. Dickin into the net. Right into the stick of Couturier, who looks up floor here, and he lobs a pass way too far for Richardson. Richardson gets bumped in the corner, and ball goes in behind the net, and it's going to be picked up by Wolney. And Wolney is going to gallop into the outlaw zone. Wolney with a swim move. And he gets it up to Wellner Bate, who gets it to Vodchuk. Another piece of that deal, and the big piece arriving to the Warriors. Wolney in front off the rebound that came off the end boards. Wellner Bate gets turned away. That's three big stops by Couturier early on here. Right on top of his crease. As Weatherby comes back down. Drives low with it. Now he gets it back up to Tompkins. He swings it to Maloney. Maloney. Grace back to Maloney. Grace winds, fires right into the W of the Warrior netminder pinch. And now Andrews transitions out to Royer. Off the bench, Royer right down to the net. And he tried to flip it across the net to Dickin. Didn't get there. And here comes Cook. This likely a first round of playoff preview, as it's going to take quite a bit for the Warriors to track down the Rebels for first place at this point after that loss to the Mavericks on Sunday. Maloney tucked it underneath and shot low on Pinch. Pinch makes his first big save of the game. And good job by the Outlaws to press a bit there, and Maloney's going to pick it back up. Be sure to get your CROW LAX 50/50 tickets. Draw will take place on Canada Day with a maximum take-home of up to $10,000. Scan the QR code on your screen now or visit our social media channels for information on CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. As the ball gets picked up by Pinch, and he outlets up to Cameron. Cameron drives it. Ball brought back out, and he'll get it to Vodchuk. Vodchuk down the far wall and bounces that into Couturier. And the ball's outletted. In the hands of Tompkins now as he sets it up. Vimy Ridge Academy at Vimy Lacrosse. Excellence is the standard, led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors. Vimy Lacrosse is the fusion of sport, academic, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with Vimy Lacrosse. Explore the academy by visiting vimyedmonton.ca/lacrosse. As the ball is picked up by Flett, and he'll transition out. And when the Warriors are transitioning, they usually want the ball in the stick of Flett, as he's their most reliable guy to get the ball up floor. Ball gets over to Dickin now. Dickin, two-man game with Kai Morris, the affiliate. That shot's taken and stopped. Ball goes loose. And it pops back down the floor and into the stick of Andrews. Wilner Bate tried to hit Fodchuk, who was in behind the D. Ball got knocked down by an outlaw in front of him. And now it's in their possession. City of Fort Saskatchewan. Explore Fort Saskatchewan. Discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their downtown parks in River Valley. Play where every moment is memorable. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan. There's a little bit of a broken 2-on-1 there for the Warriors. The ball had just kind of ended up in the end boards, and it's picked up by the Outlaws as they get trapped here on a double. Ellis taken into the boards. And Pinch is going to smother that shot. Dangerous pass there. Wolney is going to pick up the loose ball. Wolney down the far boards. Wolney chased in around the net. Looks like Sutherland on him. Dickin. Right side. That pass goes to nobody, and it's going to bounce back down into the Warrior zone, and it'll be over and back, and it'll be outlaw ball. And if you might remember, it was around this time last year where the Outlaws had that big upset here in Ken Nickel against the Warriors. They beat them for the first time in like 5 years. We'll see if they can do that again here. I think they won that game 13-8, if memory serves correct. And like I said, these two teams almost destined to meet up in the first round, and that would be a big win for the Outlaws' confidence in what is, again, a young team. Maloney pulls it wide on the short side there, right on top of the crease. Now an awkward loose ball travels back into the stick of Pinch, and now Flett will come back out for the Warriors. 13-18 to go here, first period, still scoreless. Now Fodchuk off the bench, and he rifles that. And that's going to find net. It bounced around in behind Couturier, and eventually found its way over the line. And so the recent acquisition at the deadline here gets the Warriors on the board here with his first as a Warrior. It's 1-0. And now might be a good time to talk about that trade. So on Tuesday night, the CROW were able to pull off a big-time trade with the Warriors. They sent Josh Fodchuk, Cale Harris, Kate Pickering, and Nash Knowlton over to the Warriors. Harrison Fodchuk, rentals, so the CROW will get them back. Knowlton permanent, and Pickering will graduate at the end of the year. They also sent a third and a fifth over to the Warriors, and in return, the CROW got Liam Elliott permanently, which is a big acquisition for them on their right side, and a first and second round pick. So, in my humble opinion, the CROW making out very well, and the Warriors really doing what they had to do as they're in store for a big rebuild after the season. And they needed some depth on their roster. Should make them stronger for another playoff run here as the shot clock expires after that goal on the next possession, and it'll be outlaw ball. Ball's picked up. And the Outlaws come out in front on the broken play. Hildebrand was allowed to walk to the net, and Pinch shut that off, though. And the ball's lobbed to Andrews. They're going to get called for 8 seconds. And Tompkins will start this up. Tompkins over to Grace. Grace, Maloney off the half wall, left side. He gets checked, Ball gets knocked loose. He picks it back up. As Grace gets thrown down inside there on top of the crease, no call. Ball back over onto the right side, and now Grace got absolutely obliterated behind the play here, and that one will be a call. Undisciplined play. We only got away with the first one, not the second one. Grace shaken up. He'll go to the bench here momentarily. And it'll be a cross-check to only 5-minute cross-check. So the Outlaws will have a major to work with. Anybody who is unaware with how major penalties work, you can score up to a maximum of 2 goals. That team is then allowed to sub back on, but that player has to remain in the box until that 5 is fully served, and then they can come back on the floor on a dead ball. Skip pass gets knocked down by Brody Stashnik on the back of the box. And it'll be Warrior ball as we approach the 11-minute mark of the first period. 1-0 Warriors lead here. Royer trashes and bangs down the floor. He gets it back from Flett. He then gets it into the corner to Fodchuk, up high to Dickin. Dickin lost that, and now here goes Ellis. And he outlets that quickly up to Tompkins. Good heads-up play to get it out of traffic and get it up floor and let the Outlaw power play get set back up. And it looks like they're going to throw Connor Turner out here into the middle. The big man, 5th year, is going to try to create some space and draw a defender or 2 inside. Ball is picked back up by Hildebrand out of the corner. Tompkins winds, fires, and that got soaked. Rebound, and then that got through pinch, but trickled out the other side, and it's going to be transitioned now by Menon, who stutter steps around his man and gets it up the floor nicely for the Warriors. And that's going to be over and back, because it was thrown to Redlick, and that got on top of him a little quick. Man, it's going to be Outlaw ball. City of Fort Saskatchewan, explore Fort Saskatchewan, discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Downtown parks in River Valley, work in a thriving community. Play where every moment is memorable. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan. Tompkins, ball over to the right side, back over to Tompkins. That shot gets stopped. The ball's going to be picked up. And that pass is a bad one over to Maloney. It jammed him up. Dickens saves that. Tompkins swings it as the ball works around the perimeter. Maloney shoots that off of the leg of a Warrior defender, and it'll be a fresh 30 as we go past the midway mark of the opening frame. 1-0, the Outlaw or the Warriors lead. That shot gets taken by Maloney. It'll be Warrior ball with about 3 minutes to go on the major. Outlaws need to generate better looks than this right now on this power play. Now Redlick has a man wide open in front. Couldn't get it to Wellner Bate. And now Booth has that knocked away from him. The Outlaws lose it again. It's going to be 8 seconds. It'll be Warrior ball. As Polson and Booth unable to get the ball up the floor there. Dickin. Rainbow pass over to Wellner Bate. Pick set there by Fodchuk. He slips inside. Fodchuk in and around the world. And they say he stepped in the crease. I don't know, what was a ridiculous finish by Fodchuk. They take it away from him, though, and it'll be Outlaw ball. As he was able to get it by Couturier. It looked like low. Tompkins. Now the ball skips down to Hildebrand, back up to Tompkins, or back up to Maloney, then to Tompkins. Maloney shoots that into the midsection of pinch. As we go under 2 minutes left on the major, Dickin over center. Dickin beats his man. Dickin drives. Dickin, and he missed the far side low. As he tried a little bit of a no-look shot there. Here's Carey. Carey swings it into the stick of Dickin. Dickin, as he hit a cutter. And again, I think that's Luke Royer. Yeah, it is. As Royer was able to go airborne there and put it up high on the far side of Couturier. That's a shorthanded marker. Warriors go up by a pair. Off the draw, they're going to battle for it. Now an Outlaw gets sent to the floor. It'll be Outlaw possession. As they have about a minute and 15 to go here in the power play. Never want to finish a major penalty or a major power play, full 5-minute one, and be minus coming out on the other side. So big possession here. Tompkins gets it back from Maloney. Back to Maloney. He skips it over to the right shooter. It was Hildebrand, and he didn't bring it in, and now he gets it back over to Maloney. Maloney shoots that into the belly of Pinch as Redlick runs this up floor. Redlick pulls it out. Now right in front is Morris, and he was unable to tuck that. As the Outlaws letting guys in behind them here shorthanded. Tompkins with 25 seconds remaining on the power play. Last possession here for the Outlaws on the major. 7:02 to go in the first period. Tompkins shoots that wide. It's going to be picked up by Pinch, and he's going to look to outlet. Wolney gets it up floor. Rex is going to get met there by Cook, and he steps back away from that. Now he's going to roll underneath. Wolney to the net. Good stop there by Couturier. Booth looks up floor. Bounces that. Ellis knocks it down, and he gets it into the stick of an Outlaw off the bench. Hildebrand. Flip pass. That was in behind its target. Hildebrand. Inside, Dickin, and that gets stopped. Two brothers, of course, going at it here. Graham and Carter. Ball goes into the corner, and it's picked up by the Warriors. And that's going to go loose, and the Outlaws will regain possession. Heavy pressure here. That's Royer and Wolney all over it. They're going to draw the 8-second count, and the Outlaws are going to have to get back on defense here. Royer, spin move, backs it back out, and he gets it up to Fodchuk. Fodchuk down to Muir, and that got shut off on the short side. Couturier with another stop on his doorstep. Be sure to get your CROW LAX 50/50 tickets. Draw will take place on Canada Day with a maximum take-home of up to $10,000. Scan the QR code on your screen now or visit our social media channels for more information at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. Here's Maloney. Hopped underneath now. He got cut off. He tried to send it back up top. It'll be a 30-second shot clock violation, and it'll be Warrior ball. Shots 11-10 right now. Outlaws, Warriors up 2-0. Dickin has it swung to him. Dickin underneath. Thought about flipping it back up. Holds on to it. And now he's got it back up to Wellner Bate. Dickin. And that ball just kind of rolled into Couturier. And they call it a shot. That goes into the stick of Pinch. Some disjointed play here on this sequence as Royer comes back down. Royer around his man to the net. Good stop there by Couturier, as they call Royer for stepping into the crease after the fact. 4 minutes to go here, first period, and a quick moving period. Not many whistles here. Very few penalties and very few goals so far. And just generally very few stoppages. As the ball gets batted around in behind the net, and it's going to go into the crease, and the Warriors will be able to recollect here. Menon. The Warriors got to hurry here. They avoid the 8-second count. Ball into the stick of Fodchuk. Fodchuk dancing around, spins back, gets it up to Dickin. Dickin down the right side. Dickin, and Couturier kind of turned around a little bit. I'm not sure he knew where the ball was, but he kept it out. As Sutherland transitions for the Outlaws. Vimy Lacrosse, excellence is the standard, led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors, dedicated to molding well-rounded athletes. Vimy Lacrosse, the fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with Vimy Lacrosse. Explore the academy by visiting vimyedmonton.ca/lacrosse. Now, they tried to hit Turner into the middle, and then the shot was taken. I think the pass missed him. Or they just elected to get it to Dickin. In any event, the ball ended up out with Dickin, and he shot it. A good low save there by Pinch as Redlick transitions out. Redlick puts his shoulder into his man. Seen him do that a lot this year, as he just runs straight ahead and tries to bull the defender back and then steps back and shoots. Ball with Muir. Now to Carey. Fodchuk. Fodchuk left side. To Carey. Carey inside. Carey, and he hit the post, and it looks like they also called crease. Now a breakaway for Cook. Cook in, and he goes high on Pinch and gets turned away. So Pinch is able to keep his perfect track record in this game up and going. Ball with Carey. Fodchuk. Tough angle shot there, right into the crest of Couturier. That ball's bounced to Hildebrand, and it looks like there's going to be a too many men call here. And it's going to go to the Outlaws. So the Warriors will go to their first man advantage here with 1:45 to go in the opening period, and already leading 2-0. I want to thank you for joining us here on the channel. All you got to do is hit subscribe. You'll be notified each and every time a game goes live. Ball goes back and forth between Dickin and Fodchuk. Dickin, Fodchuk. A little bit of a seal set there for Dickin, but the pass was in behind him. Royer now up top as he rotates Fodchuk. Royer steps back and shoots that. Ball knocked down. And the Outlaws will pick this up and run up floor. The Warriors just sort of let him go. That's Poulsen. Poulsen down the far boards. He's got Andrew and Wolney in pursuit there. Now he gets trapped, and the ball is going to be knocked back, but he's going to run this down again, keep it loose for a second, and Pinch will grab it. And then Andrews will sort of take a man away from the play, and Wolney ended up with it and got it to the Warrior power play. 40 seconds remaining in the period here. Warriors with about 55 on the power play. Fodchuk. Seal set there by Royer. Dickin ended up with the shot. Not much space there for him to get that one through. It went off a Outlaw stick. And it's going to be Beaumont ball here. Hildebrand. Right side. Maloney to the net. He cut around his defender, Harris. Pass was in behind him, but he's going to get the loose ball. Maloney to Dickin. Dickin, and good stop there by Pinch. And that's going to do it for the first period of play here. As time winds down with the score, the Edmonton Warriors 2, the Beaumont Outlaws nothing. Want to thank you for being with us here tonight. We'll be right back in just under 10 minutes time. After one period of play, the Edmonton Warriors 2, Beaumont Outlaws nothing. And welcome back into Ken Nickel Recreation Center. Beaumont here on a Thursday night where the Beaumont Outlaws find themselves down a man and down on the scoreboard 2-0. They got about 16 seconds left to kill off here as the ball goes loose into the near boards and is picked back up by Royer. Royer gets it to Fodchuk. Once again, Fodchuk making his Warrior debut here, fresh off the trade from the CROW. Royer tried to quick stick that. And he picks that up. Royer into the middle. Morris, and he made a nice move there and tried to go far side. Fodchuk shoots that, goes off the floor, and it'll be outlaw ball. The Warriors with a 15-14 edge in shots here, 2-0 on the scoreboard, and now Polson got pushed in. He took out Pinch. Pinch is all right. It'll be a Warrior ball. Be sure to get your CROW LAX TV 50-50 tickets. Draws will take place on Canada today with a maximum take-home of up to $10,000. Scan the QR code on your screen now or visit our social media channels for more information at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. Wellner bait flips it into the middle. Carey didn't bring it in, and here come the Outlaws. They transition out. Cook getting harassed there by Dickin and Carey. Somehow still has it as he rumbled around, and that's going to be dropped by Turner. And he just takes a Warrior into the net. That's going to be a call. The Warrior power play will go to work on the 2-minute cross check. Probably fortunate that wasn't a 4, as he just tossed the Warrior head first into the net. Fodchuk. Dickin back over to Royer. Royer pick set there for him, and he walked to the net. Missed the net, though. Ellis, this loose ball. He's pressed there. Ellis running out of time here. He does a good job to roll it up to Weatherby, and Weatherby's going to go here. Weatherby, he's got Wellner bait back on Weatherby and got a step on Wellner bait and was able to get the shot off. Unfortunately for him, missed the net. Good look there for the Outlaws, and I think that's how they're going to need to generate a lot of their offenses in transition. Haven't got the greatest of looks, and when they have, they've shot it right into the crest of Pinch. And here comes Jenna Snyder with it. She's going to transition up the floor. Snyder hits Tompkins off the bench, and that's a good opportunity. Like I said, in transition, that's how the Outlaws are going to generate. And now Dickin in transition back the other way, and he just missed. I think it might have caught a piece of the bar. With about a minute remaining in the Warrior power play, they'll set it up. Behind the back, Fodchuk to Royer. Back to Royer. Fodchuk shoots that into the stick of Couturier. That looked like it got a piece of the ceiling. They call it that way. It'll be Warrior ball. I think that was the right call. The Outlaws don't like it, but that was the right call. And Carey. Fodchuk. Dickin. Gets it back up to Fodchuk. Seal set there by Royer in behind the net. Morris. Dickin holds it, takes it. Another low stop there by Couturier. And Outlaw gets tripped there, and it's going to be a call. Just as the Outlaw steps out of the box, a big kill for them. The Warriors will step in the box, and now the Outlaws will go to the power play. Like Carey will take that infraction. There'll be a 2-minute tripping call. And the Outlaws will try to get on the board here with 16:30 to go second period. Still in this game, only 2-0. Turner inside. Tried to set a little bit of a pick there. Shot came in from the left side. And the ball goes loose out to center. Be back over. It'll be Warrior ball. And now Andrews allowed to just pick it up and go to the net. Slow change there by the Outlaws. Now they had Wellner bait going to the net wide open. They overshot him and decided to go to Flett way up top. Now they're just going to hold this and try to kill as much time as possible. Dickin. Up top with it now over on the correct side of the floor as he reverses his direction. Dickin to the net. Dickin, and he was at a full foot in the crease. But it's not going to matter. They're not going to call it. It's going to be a goal, and it'll be a 3-0 Warrior lead. And I don't know, Eric, on the camera here, did that not look like that was inside the crease to you? Yeah, he nods his head. That looked blatant, but nonetheless, the Warriors are going to take a 3-0 lead here. And that's another shorthanded goal, the second of the game for the Warriors. And I'm not talking like toes in the crease. I'm talking like a full foot inside the crease. It's not going to matter, though. It's going to be picked up by the Maloney. Is going to eventually get it to Tompkins. There's been more shorthanded goals in this game than there has been even strength or power play. 1 even strength, 2 shorthanded, none on the power play here. Maloney, Tompkins now. Outlaws in desperate need to get this power play going here. Not that many good looks, really. Maloney. Tompkins. Winds, fires, and there it is for the Outlaws. He beats Tompkins far side low, and it's 3-1. That's what Tompkins wants to do. He wants to have space to shoot, step in and shoot. And I think the Warrior power play would be best served to jump that pretty much anytime he gets the ball up high. And now Weatherby taken into the boards. That's going to be a call against the Warriors here. Looked like it was a high stick and then a cross check. So we'll see what they call here. So they call both cross checks. I thought they might go high stick, then cross check. But they call 2 separate cross checks. So he's going to be in the box. Luke Royer will for 4 minutes. So the Outlaws go back to the power play here. Maloney gets it to Tompkins. Hildebrand back up to Tompkins. Hildebrand. Outside shot from Tompkins again. Good loose ball there by the Outlaws down low. As the ball works around the perimeter. Skip down low to the near crease. Hildebrand goes low. Kind of went through pinch there on the glove side. Far side, kind of like where Tompkins scored. It's 3-2. And that'll knock down the penalty to 2 minutes, and the Outlaws will have another opportunity here to get one more and even this game up. Ball is drawn back and into the stick of Flett, who does a good job of evading traffic. Ball in the stick of Fodchuk. He swings it. Dickin now. Dickin thought about shooting. Now he takes a no-look shot. Couturier stands tall on that. Now Dickin out of the corner on loose ball. He tried to feed it to Fodchuk. That was well behind him. Wellner Bate gets loose ball though. Muir winds, fires, and that's stopped. And Cook will transition it out with about a minute remaining on the power play. Tompkins tried to hit Maloney backdoor. Muir knocked a little bit. This is going to be 8 seconds while they throw it down the floor here. So the Outlaws will grab it and they'll come back up floor here. 12:30 to go here, second period, 38 seconds remaining on the power play. Warriors leading 3-2. We now sit at a couple of shorthanded goals for the Warriors and a couple of power play goals for the Outlaws. That shot goes wide. Tompkins, Maloney, and he shot that wide as well. Warriors look like they're going to kill this off. Now out of the bench, Carey, that was a bad pass. Missed him. And here come the Outlaws. Cook, who can really go, steps around Carey and gets it up floor as the teams return to even strength. Tompkins in possession here. Dangerous pass. Was at the feet of its intended target. I don't know. I could be wrong here, but I believe Grace has not returned since he got thrown down early in the game. I'm getting confirmation he hasn't. So that would obviously be a big loss if he's unable to come back for the Outlaws. But they're in this game. It's 3-2, almost halfway through. Shot sitting 21 Warriors, 19 Outlaws. Fodchuk. Looks, dishes, Dickin. That shot stopped by Couturier. Loose ball though to the Warriors. Fodchuk does a good job there. Ball out with Dickin. Throws it over to Fodchuk. He rips that wide. Well, they say Couturier got a piece of it because they reset the clock. It's going to be interference. And Warrior ball here. Dickin winds, fires. Stopped by Couturier, and they got a chance to go up floor here. Weatherby. He's got Richardson with him. Weatherby's going to go to the net. Weatherby in. And he gets stopped by Pinch. A number of transition looks here for the Outlaws in this second period. Pinch has stopped all three of them. Richardson throws that away. The ball's going to be picked up by the Warriors. That's Morris. Morris runs it up. And he gets it into the stick of a Warrior. Now the ball with Harris. Harris off the right side, moving pick. And it'll be Outlaw ball. Now, I want to remind you to get your 50-50 tickets. Draw will take place on Canada Day with a maximum take-home of up to $10,000. Scan the QR code on your screen now or visit our social media channels for more information at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. And City of Fort Saskatchewan, explore Fort Saskatchewan, discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their historic downtown parks in River Valley. Work in a thriving community. Play where every moment is memorable. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan. Ball right side now with Dickin. He's hacked there. Swings it over to Wellner Bate. Wellner Bate back to Dickin. Dickin. Swim move. Dickin, and he fires that past Couturier. It's 4-2. Royer with it left side. He gets tangled up with a defender. Step back shot. Looked like Pickering. And here go the Outlaws. Weatherby just off of that breakaway with a chance to tie it up. Right before the Dickin goal, Hildebrand. Hildebrand is going to dance around the net here. Gets it back up. And the ball swings to Maloney. Maloney up top, gets around a defender, and he bounces that off of the leg of Pinch. It'll be Outlaw possession on the reset. 8:58 to go. Second period. Tompkins. Hildebrand, right side. Tompkins sets a little bit of a pick and then rolled to the middle. Pass was over his head. And now Wolney pushes that up floor, but it's going to be knocked down by Richardson, who can't handle it. Now he picks it up. And the ball over to Maloney. Maloney fires it in short side, and it's 4-3. Ball's going to be fought for off the draw. Here's Andrews to Muir. Muir winds, fires. That low shot handled by Couturier. Good loose ball there by Golson. He comes up floor with it. And he pulls it out. He gets it over to Turner. Turner tried to swing that. Well behind its intended target. Now Weatherby tried to throw it over to Turner, who goes and collects that loose change. Shot, and that just missed on the far side. Shot clock's going to expire, and it'll be Warrior ball here with 7:45 to go second period. Warriors once again with just a 1-goal lead. Dickin, carry over to Wellner Bate. Wellner Bate stumbles a little bit, regains his footing, and gets it to Dickin. Now to Fodchuk. He gets met by a couple of defenders, and the ball goes loose. And it's going to be picked up by the Outlaws. Now they got to hurry here, and they get it up floor to Tompkins. Tompkins, stutter step, backs back out. He looks to the middle. Nobody there. Now he's going to swing it to Maloney. Maloney, down low to Dickin. Dickin comes up with it. He looks to swing. Nobody there. He's going to shoot. That goes wide. And then Gordon tossed Maloney down. The Warriors will gain possession off the shot clock violation. Wellner Bate. Fodchuk into Royer, went loose. And here goes Jenna Snyder. She bounces off a check. That pass gets knocked down by Morris. Morris battles for it. Snyder bothers Cameron a little bit, but eventually Cameron picks it up. Cameron, hack there, gets it over to Regan Carey. Dickon now controls it up top. Menon out for a shift of offense here. He sets a hard pick for Dickon. Dickon underneath, and that got through Couturier, but thankfully he went horizontal instead of in behind him. And here go the Outlaws. Cook. Cook to the net, and Pinch stops that. And here goes Rex Wolney. He's going to get cut off here by Poulsen. Now Wolney to the net, and he bounces that in on Couturier. And Couturier said no. Looks like they're going to need a wipe of the floor here as official Wes Kendall calls for an official's timeout. You know, we'll take that time to thank Vimy Ridge Academy. Vimy Lacrosse, excellence is the standard. Led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors dedicated to molding well-rounded athletes. Vimy Lacrosse is the fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with Vimy Lacrosse. Explore the academy by visiting vimyedmonton.ca/lacrosse. We'll start the ball back up here in the Outlaws zone. Maloney will bring it up. As he's going to be defended there by Wolney. He spins around, loses it. And now it's turned over. Redlick, 2 Outlaws back. He pulls it out. Wellner bait into the near corner. He rolls back up top. And the ball is moved over in the far corner to Morris. Dickon. Outlaws. I don't know what this alignment is, but one of their defenders got tangled up and they were almost in a box. Looks like a call is going to be coming up here. And I'd assume it's to the Outlaws. And it's going to be Turner to the box for holding. As they have further discussion here. Looks like they got the wrong guy. Gonna be 44 to the box. Maloney. Fawchuk. Dickon, Morris. Fawchuk inside. Ball got knocked down, and here go the Outlaws. Cook is with Weatherby. Royer hustling back. Cook to the net, and he gets stopped on the short side by Pinch. Ball goes loose. Weatherby hustles that down. And he's going to control it as the Outlaws look to kill here. 4:40 to go. Second period. 4-3, the Warriors lead. Weatherby. Down low with it. He's going to try and get around the net. 2 Warriors converge on him. That's Flett. Joining, it looked like Stashniak. Ball is going to be now picked up by the Warriors, and they're going to look to come back out with it. Wellner bait. A little bit of a fake flip to Fawchuk. Wellner bait still has it now with Dickon. Dickon. Shot. Off of goaltender Couturier. It'll be Warrior possession. Ball with Dickin. Up to Fodchuk. He mishandles it. And it goes loose. Fodchuk, loose ball, and that's stopped, but the rebound's picked up by Wellner Bate. And he puts it home. That's 5-3. So Wellner Bate gets on the board, and the Warriors restore their 2-goal lead. Dickin now. Strong side rights here with Fodchuk. Trying to flip it in side to Carey. Goes to the far wall, where Carey runs all the way over across the floor to pick it up. Carey's going to have the shot clock wind down, and it'll be Outlaw ball. 3 minutes to go here, second period. And what's been a pretty tight game here from Ken Nickel Arena. Hildebrand dropped it, picked it back up. He's going to go to the net. Hildebrand, and they're going to wave that off. And the Warriors come back the other way. Now out in front. Pass in behind Wellner Bate. And here goes Snyder with it. Snyder is going to be bothered there by Muir. And the trail check there. He loses his balance, but he's able to get enough of the stick. And now the ball's thrown up to Wellner Bate. Wellner Bate in, and he stepped inside the crease. And here comes Cook, who gets hit up high. Cook hit hard again by Gordon, who pins him to the wall. Gordon turns it over, and now here's Flett. Flett in, and Flett scores. A little bit of a spinorama off of the draw. A couple of players looked like they were in a whirling twirl. Ball is thrown up, and here's the Warriors in transition. Ball's knocked away for a second from Redlick, but he gets it back. Redlick tried to feed that. Got knocked down. Picked back up. But Dickin lost his stick. And now the ball goes loose in behind the net, and here come the Outlaws. The Outlaws will transition it here. Ball into the stick of Maloney. Kind of a hesitant half cut there by Tompkins. Ball was not connected on, and here come the Warriors. That pass is thrown away. Now the Outlaws come back down in transition. Sutherland. Ball goes loose. And the Warriors recollect. Redlick turns that over, and Sutherland goes back the other way. Sutherland got pushed inside the crease, and it'll be visitors' ball. with 38 seconds to go in the second period. Ball's handed to Wellner Bate. He gets it down low to Fodchuk. Fodchuk up high. And that shot stopped by Couturier. Looks like the Outlaws are going to take a timeout here with 21 seconds to go in the second period. Pull Couturier and go 6-on-5. So with 21 seconds to go here in the second period, shot sitting at 30-23 for the Warriors. We'll see what the Outlaws can draw up. Want to thank you for joining us on the channel. CROW LAX TV, all you have to do is hit subscribe. You'll be notified every time a game goes live. Once again, the Warriors coming into the game 7-7-1. The Outlaws coming in at 6-9 in what is looking like a clash in the first round of the North playoffs. Ball's going to start back inside the Outlaw zone. And Hildebrand's going to hold on to this. They'll probably run something with about 8 seconds on the clock. Here they go. 8 seconds. Tompkins. Tompkins on the right side. Up high, and that pass evades Maloney, and that's going to do it for the second period. With the score, the Edmonton Warriors 6, the Beaumont Outlaws 3. We want to thank you for joining us here on the channel, CROW LAX TV. All you got to do is hit subscribe. You'll be notified each and every time a game goes live. After the second period, the Edmonton Warriors 6, the Beaumont Outlaws 3. We'll be right back with you here in about 10 minutes' time. And welcome back inside Ken Nickel Recreation Center, where it is the visiting Edmonton Warriors holding a 6-3 lead over the hometown of Beaumont Outlaws. The Warriors are going to gain possession off of the opening draw of the third period, and they're going to come back up floor. Only swims. Gets it over. Well, he tried to get it over to Pickering, missed him. Now Pickering picks that ball back off of the glass. Molney fires that inside to Royer. Royer picked up the loose ball inside, and that was turned away by Couturier. That's a big save early in this third period. As the ball gets over to Maloney. Ball goes into the corner. And now it's picked up by Menon. And here he goes. Menon with a motor. Gets out over mid-floor. And he's pushed into the corner by Cook. He comes back up high with it. Oh, Fawchuk was wide open. Didn't look for the ball, though. Ball gets thrown away. I think actually Fawchuk was looking, and he turned away when he realized that Menon didn't see him. The ball gets popped up in the air. The Warriors taken softly into the boards. As Tompkins did a good job of not driving him in. Avoids any kind of call, but the Outlaws are going to turn this over deep in the corner. And here comes Redlick. This kid can move Redlick to the net. Stiff arm. And he gets a shot off, and it looks like there's going to be a delayed call. It's going to be a slash. Redlick might be the only guy in the league that has a stiff arm in the repertoire of moves. Does it all the time. He'll run into the defender, extend his elbow and shoulder into the defender, and then back up and shoot. Now, it's not your football stiff arm because that would be free hand. It's like your lacrosse version of free hand. He does it in a way that it avoids getting called. Is able to pull his way through the guy and get shots off. Here's Fawchuk up top, behind the back. And a rip by Royer at 7-3. As Fawchuk able to draw the defender over, flip the BTB to Royer, and Royer pulls the string into the top short side. A face-off violation on the Warriors, and it'll be outlaw ball here. Ref had his hand up. I thought he was calling a penalty, but just a bit of a false start there, and it'll be outlaw ball here. Maloney to Tompkins. Turner inside. That ball goes wide of its target. Ball comes back out, and Tompkins picks it up. Tompkins shoots that. That stops. Hildebrand, loose ball. Hildebrand out in front, and Tompkins with the rebound now, and pinch stops that too. Next couple of goals, massive in this one. This really can't extend out any further if the Outlaws want to pull themselves back into it. Dickin, well, a little bit of a standstill power cradle. Always funny to watch. Dickin. Wellner bait. Tried to hit. He did hit Royer, who grabbed that off of the floor. Good catch there from the Warrior veteran. And the Outlaws will come back with it. Right in, and that's stopped by Pinch. And here go the Warriors again. Menon. Comes up. He gets tangled up there with Ellis. Keeps his balance and circles back. Wellner Bate comes in off the bench. He'll control high. Morris sets the pick there. Ball back over to the right side now with Dickin. Dickin underneath as he does so often. And they'll call him for a crease violation and it'll be outlaw ball. 16-18 to go, third period. The Warriors leading 7-3. Trying to go back up over 500. And what is a new look team here with 3 new players in the lineup and a 4th yet to join. We'll see if any more moves are made prior to the deadline, which is midnight on July 1st. In front, carrying that ball almost rolled through the legs of Couturier, able to stop that from crossing the line, was an outlaw defender, and here come the Outlaws. That's Poulsen. Poulsen is bothered there by Wolny. Wolny grabs him. Ball gets batted back down the floor by the Warriors, so it won't be over and back. Now chucked down the floor. I think that hit the roof. It did, so it'll be Warrior ball. I want to thank you for joining us here on the channel, CROW LAX TV. All you have to do is hit subscribe. You'll be notified every time a game goes live. We also have a weekly podcast, Junior Beast. Please check it out. And we invite all interaction and feedback. Love to hear from you. And if you get a chance, please hit the thumbs up on those videos and get our algorithm jacked up so we can get more people to the channel and able to watch more free lacrosse and more free lacrosse coverage as the ball goes loose. Now the ball goes back over center with Cook. Cook is going to go to the net here. Cook all the way to the crease and Pinch with a diving save there. Looks like too many men coming up to the Warriors now. Tompkins, Maloney, Hildebrand up high on this power play. Dickin on the left crease. As the ball works around, Tompkins, Maloney, back up to Tompkins. Tompkins skips that down to Dickin. Gets it back. Tompkins lines fires. That's handled by Pinch. Ball goes loose, and here goes Fleck. The loose ball magnet comes up floor. He's going to roll. Well, it hit an outlaw, so it didn't get back to Wolny, and here go the Outlaws. Weatherby, breakaway. Weatherby, and his second breakaway of the game gets denied. They say Weatherby went through the crease. I think Wes Kendall, the referee, was giving possession to the Warriors after Weatherby went through the crease. Menon just picked the ball up and put it back down, and so Weatherby picked it up and West let it continue. And he made it pretty clear it was Warrior ball, so can't really blame him for that, and the ball goes loose. And here goes Redlick off the loose ball. He gets it to Menon. Menon has Tompkins back here. He fakes like he might shoot, circles back, and Maloney's going to chase him. Just near center, avoiding the over and back was Dickin. Dickin to Muir, 13 minutes to go here. Warriors lead 7-3. Wellner Bate with a running sidearm shot that gets stopped by Couturier. Wellner Bate, 90% of the time takes that sidearm shot, and 95% of the time it goes low. He's made a living off of it. And that time, it didn't fall for him. Maloney, Hildebrand, Hildebrand with a riser, and that's a good stop there by Pinch. He was going down. Looked like he got his arm and his shoulder on it. As they go back down to, or they go back to 5-on-5. Hildebrand up across the top. Hildebrand gets it into the stick of Dickin. Dickin swings it. Ball back up high. Hildebrand to Dickin. Dickin, that is rolled into the crest of Pinch. And that's going to be a turnover into the stick of Ellis. Ellis gallops with long strides into the offensive zone. He's looking around for someone to give it to. He gets it to the half wall. Tompkins, hard pick there. Ball swings back over to Ellis. Ellis up to Turner, the big man. Gets it to Tompkins. Tompkins shots into the midsection of Pinch, who came out to the top of the crease to take the angle away nicely. As Flett comes up floor. Here come the Outlaws. Hildebrand. That pass is missed. That was a tough one to handle. And Andrews comes back down floor. Royer. Dickin. Breakaway. And that's a good stop by Couturier. They say he stepped inside the crease. And that's been the best part of Couturier's game in this one is point blank looks right on top of his crease. He's been quite good with those. I would say he's probably made about 9 out of 11 or 10 out of 12. It's only been 1 or 2 that have gotten by him from right on top. All alone. As Flett navigates through the middle of the floor. He's going to throw that away, though, on the behind the back. Hook, and Hook with a look. No pun intended there. And Weatherby knocked his man down. It's going to be delayed call here. Looks like Weatherby took one of their bait down. So it'll be a Warrior power play here with 10:22 to go. The Warrior power play reconvenes here. The ball in the stick of Dickin up to Fodchuk. He skips it to the far crease. Back up to Fodchuk. Quick stick there by Royer. Good stop there by Couturier. Didn't overcommit. And just getting out over the center there was Poulsen. All far boards. Ellis. Cradles. Ellis. Had that fall out at the last second. Now he gets it back. And that's going to save possession for the Outlaws. As the ball went off of somebody. And with 9:38 to go here, the Outlaws will go back on the offensive side of things. Dangerous pass there, and Gordon will pick that up. Then it's knocked down by a stick of Maloney, and the Outlaws gain possession back. Hildebrand. Up high with it. Hildebrand chased by Redlick down the far wall. Hildebrand all the way around the net. And just looking to try to kill the 30 there with 30 seconds remaining on the Warrior power. 8:50 to go. And here come the Warriors for one last possession on this power play. Fodchuk, Dickin, Cherry, Welner Bait, and Muir. Bodchuk looked like he had brought that in, but now there's a breakaway opportunity. Cook in again, and Cook gets stopped by Pinch. Cook, I think, has had 3 breakaways in this game. Each time's been turned away. Weatherby's had a couple. And that's not to mention everybody else. I think there's been a couple other ones, but those two have definitely had 2 or 3 each. Pinch is batting 1,000% on those. As here we go. Back down the floor. 8 minutes to go. That's not a good shot off the wrong side of the floor by Sutherland. Ball is going to be moved back and turned back over. Into traffic. And ball into the stick of Maloney. Maloney winds and fires. Stopped there by Pinch. I want to thank you for joining us here on the channel. Hit subscribe. You'll be notified every time a game goes live. We're approaching playoff time here with just a couple of weeks left in the regular season. We'll have the North Semi, the North Final, and the Larry Bishop all on the channel. Now Weatherby in again, and this time it just sneaks by. It looked like Pinch had stopped him again. The ball kind of trickled in behind him and then rolled over the line. So 3rd time's a charm for Weatherby, 7-4. Now the ball is picked up by Sutherland. Sutherland! It looked like it. The fans thought it went in. That hit the back of the back boards and came back and hit the back of the net. Fans definitely thought that was in. It was not, but the Outlaws will have possession. With 6:54 to go. And suddenly with a little bit of life, if they can get one more, this game becomes interesting. Hildebrand touches the top of his head. Looks like a set's going to be run here. Ball swings over to the weak side. Now Hildebrand winds and fires, and that just got pulled wide. He had some space to step in to shoot that. Just missed. 6:30 to go. Still 7-4 here. Shots now closed back up. 38-37, the Warriors with that lead. Wellner bait. Bodchuk back to Wellner bait. They play catch on the left side. Ball swings across the top to Dickin. Through the middle goes Royer with the ball. No space for him there, and now he got it back up to Dickin. Dickin rolls up across the top, swims down underneath, back up across the top. Good stop there by Couturier. And that's going to be lofted down the floor, and Richardson will run it down just in time. As Tompkins will throw it over to Maloney. And now it's turned over, and here goes Cameron. Cameron can run himself. He gets it over the timeline and into the stick of Carey. And ball up to Muir. Muir into the midsection of Couturier. Muir with the loose ball. The Warriors bench yells for them to use the 30 with just over 5 minutes to go. Warriors 7, Outlaws 4. Muir. Bodchuk. And that shot goes wide, and it's picked up by the Outlaws, and they're going to go with it. Here is Weatherby in transition. Out in front, and a little bit of a round-the-world look there for Hildebrand goes wide. And flat. We'll get it up to Olney, who will wait up here. And a harmless shot there in by Royer. Ball gets picked up, and here the Outlaws go. In transition, Richardson not aware there. And ball goes back the other way now. Here goes Redlick. And he stops up and waits for reinforcements. 4 minutes to go now. Warriors 7, Outlaws 4. Vodchuk missed the net there on a little bit of a running jump shot. Pick in and a little sly move there. Got a shot off. Unable to hit the net, though, and it'll be Outlaw ball here. Still got time here, but they got to value their possessions. They're going to throw it away again. But luckily, it goes back down the floor into the stick of Maloney. Maloney plays give and go with Turner. Turner rolls out in front of the net. That gets thrown away. And the Warriors back with possession. Mulner bait. And the Outlaws, they've had some chances for some decent possessions here, and they keep throwing the ball away with a chance to really pull back in here. They still got 3 minutes to go. What do they have left in the tank as Weatherby comes back over? As they start to pull Couturier, they'll go 6-on-5. And they'll set it up right now. Tompkins. Try to get it into the middle. It's picked back up by Hildebrand. Tompkins, long outside shot. That hit a Warrior. Ball goes loose. And Andrews is going to try for the empty net. Andrews, and he bounced that high and wide. And back into the stick of Weatherby. 2.5 to go. As Weatherby evades a check from Andrews, who was trailing in behind him. As Tompkins waits for the sixth man to come out onto the floor. And that shot goes wide as Maloney looked like he took a whack after the shot. So we wait for this to be blown back in here, and the Warriors come slowly onto the floor. Ball swings over into the stick of Vodchuk. Vodchuk up around the top, looking, dishes. Morris gets met by a check. He's pushed into the boards. And Redlick saves that up near the timeline to prevent the over and back. Vodchuk, long outside shot from the boards. But he gets the rebound, and that's going to take another 30 off the clock if the Warriors are able to hold it here. Which it looks like they will, as Redlick will just hold this. Scramble for the loose ball here in the near corner. And I'll call Outlaws possession with 1:14 to go. Looks like it's going to be an Outlaw timeout. So the 1:14 to go. They'll pause and try to direct traffic here with the offense, try to get a quality look. We want to thank you for joining us here on the channel, CROW LAX TV. All you got to do is hit subscribe. You'll be notified every time a game goes live. The Warriors, if they're able to hold on here, will go back up over 500, while the Outlaws would drop to 6-10. Both would remain in second and third in the North, respectively, and on track to meet in the first round of the North playoffs. Ball will start up just behind center with Tompkins, and he's going to run it up. Tompkins. Maloney inside. He quick stick that. Stick save there by Pinch as Flat near center to Muir. Muir with the open cage, and he scores. So the Warriors sold this one away here with 57 seconds to go. They double up on the Outlaws, 8-4. Weatherby jumps around with it, and now something happened in behind the plate. Couldn't really see it. Blocked out by the rail and some glass. They're going to take an Outlaw to the box. Must have been pretty significant because they do put a 5 up on the board, even though 42 seconds remain. It looks like they want a wipe of the floor here. So with 40 seconds left, we'll get a wipe of the floor as an Outlaw coach steps onto the floor and does some scrubbing. And we'll continue play here. The Warriors will just hold on to this. There's no reason for them to do anything with it. As Fodchuk and the Warriors will get the win in their first game since the trade on Tuesday night. Fodchuk decides to step in and shoot. Ball goes back out to center. Royer hits a home run back into the Outlaw zone. Now Weatherby with one last shot. Rebound comes out to Hildebrand, and he goes short side. With 2 seconds on the clock, he's going to do some cosmetic work on the final score, but it's not going to matter, and the final will be 8-5 here. As it looks like they'll run this time off, as there's some pushing and shoving here. Looks like Pickering and maybe Ellis. And that will be the final, with the Edmonton Warriors defeating the Beaumont Outlaws by a score of 8-5. The Warriors go to 8-7-1 and remain in second place in the North Division, while the Outlaws will fall to 6-10, still comfortably in the final North playoff position. Once again, final score here from the Ken Nickel Recreation Center. The Edmonton Warriors 8, the Beaumont Outlaws 5. We will see you soon here. I believe there's a game on Friday night from Supapard down south. Then we'll break for the weekend with no games over the long weekend, and we'll be right back with you next week on the channel. So long from Beaumont. Good night.